Zero tolerance. If you willfully sell a gun to someone who's prohibited from possessing it, if you willfully fail to run a background check, if you willfully falsify a record, if you willfully fail to cooperate with the tracing requests or inspections, my message to you is this: we'll find you.
Well, the issue of gun violence is certainly a sore point in the United States. Now, Joe Biden did lay out his new strategy for dealing with this situation. In his proposal, he particularly emphasized gun dealers, and he pointed out that 5% of gun dealers in the United States are responsible for roughly 90% of illegal guns. Now, in the other proposals he made, he called for outlawing assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. He talked about more background checks being implemented. It is interesting to note that when Joe Biden spoke, he made a rather interesting point regarding the issue of personal gun ownership, etc. This is an interesting choice of words. Take a listen.
Second Amendment, from the day it was passed, limited the type of people who could own a gun and what type of weapon you could own. If you wanted to think you need to have weapons to take on the government,
listen at this.
The day it was passed, limited the type of people who could own a gun and what type of weapon you could own.
Listen.
If you wanted to think you need to have weapons to take on the government, you need F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons. The point is that there's always been the ability to rationally limit the type of weapon.
And that's what they will try to come after these guns, man. And they will use all types of fucking. We're gonna pull it up, man. And this is Genesis 27:39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And this is Isaac giving Esau Edom his blessing, man. Right, the fatness of the earth, the plush, nice places. All right, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, these prominent Edomites, you know what I'm saying, these royal Edomites sit in their council and run the world, man. All right, the rich elite have never worked a hard day in their life, man. And they pass it down from generation to generation, man. So the fatness of the earth, man. Okay, verse 40. And by the sword shall thy live. Oh, Salakia, skip one. Verse 29. Salakia. And by the sword shall thy live, and shall thy serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. But the key word or key verse is, and by the sword shall thy live. All right, and that's what Esau Edom will live by, man. And so real quick, we're gonna pull up let me see here, because Esau Edom has all types of technology, man. Let me see. 5G wave gun. Let's just see what pops up now. Yeah, real quick.
Tonight we're making some
of course.
green beef. Putting this tenderloin on. I'm gonna roast these.
A wave of extreme heat that comes from nowhere. It's one of the U.S. military's newest non-lethal weapons, an electromagnetic beam that emits an odorless, invisible, and silent blast of heat.
It felt like opening up an oven door, almost mixed with a sting from about my sternum to my neck. So like you started really feeling it on my neck before I had to kind of instinctually jump out of the way.
This weapon, under development for 15 years, has yet to be used in the field. The technology has attracted safety concerns, though the U.S. military says the rays do not penetrate the skin and pose no health risks.
Yeah, right.
An operator is squeezing the trigger, and there's a lot going on, and he inadvertently keeps squeezing the trigger. There's an automatic shutoff for 3 seconds.
Out of 11,000 exposures on people, only 2 minor injuries have been reported. The Pentagon has not yet decided whether it will order the active denial system, whose powerful beam can reach up to 1,000 meters.
Picture like an invisible search.
And look, this was 9 years ago. When they need to roll this shit out, they will roll it out, okay? And he's had 15 years. This was 9 years ago. So more almost roughly around 20 years to perfect this damn thing, man. Knock it off, man. By thy sword shall thou live, man. Shalom.